This is Purge here coming at you with another shoutcast from MLG Dallas. For this game that I chose, we have LG Pain User and EG InControl. Pain User is spawning at the 6 o'clock position and he plays Terran quite freaking well, and EG InControl is spawned at the top position and he plays Protoss quite well. InControl did very well in the tournament. He went pretty high in the standings. I wasn't that sure how Pain User performed. He's definitely a very good player. He's probably one of my favorite Terran players to watch because he has a very macro style. At least in some of the last replays I've seen of his, he does a very expand and macro Terran style. It's like he plays a Terran kind of Zerg, and I don't know. I just really favor the macro styles where you use. I find it very difficult to play huge macro like that. It's just very challenging to keep all that stuff track and. Yeah, just doing all the transferring of workers and keeping your economy going while fending off harass and stuff like that. It's just, it's definitely very, very high skill to be able to play that stuff. So yeah, let's see what our builds are doing so far. Looks like we are at pretty even supply. Wow, really close worker count. Boy, is this game close. Gonna do some scouting. I'm not exactly sure how MLG had spawns set up. I'm pretty sure that they had only 2 spawn locations potential. I think they just made custom maps and set the defaults. So for example, InControl spawned the close air position and then the straight across position, which is similar to what Kiwikaki did in the last game that I casted. If they do close spawn positions, that's unfavorable for some races like Zerg versus any other race, except for Zerg, of course. Those close spawns positions make it really tough to do any kind of macroing, and Zerg kind of needs macroing to really be able to beat stim packs and force fields. Basically is really what shuts them down. So Pain User, let's see, he's doing a okay, there we go, orbital command. I was gonna say, thought he was completely skipping the orbital command. It's just absolutely important to get that as soon as possible. And maybe his build was off a little bit, or maybe he was distracted with the scouting. No, he wasn't doing that. I already got his stuff queued up. Oh, he'll find him, wow. And so yeah, it's something that was weird. He had an STV building. I believe he canceled it, start the orbital. Orbital command is just huge. If you're not that familiar with Terran play, the mules cost 50 energy and they mine 270 resources over the course of their life. So those chunks of crystal, no, they are not 5 crystal like the SCV. I believe they're 35 or 40, something like that. Let's see if we can. Yeah, it's about 35. About 35 crystal. Only downside to them is they mine out your main a lot faster. I mean, look at this mineral patch already compared to some of these other ones. So you mine your resources much faster, but you run out quicker. That's one important thing to remember when you're fighting a Terran on limited bases. If you know he's not expanding, if you can just hold him off at your current level, he's gonna run out way before you do. So yeah, that's one interesting thing about Terran. Granted, if you're using a scanner sweep instead of your mules, you're sacrificing your harvest rate, and just one of the many things about playing the game that you have to be concerned with. InControl's doing a 3-gate build. It's probably going to do a transition with 3-gate. If he was really trying to attack, he'd be doing a 4-gate warp gate build, and he's probably, looks like he might be doing a proxy pylon. This guy going down here, it definitely looks like potential proxy. And look at this. Oh man, I don't know if he saw that or not. That was really close, holy cow. Definitely almost scouted that with that quick Reaper. I really like this. People say that, oh yeah, Reapers are totally not in the game anymore, but look at this right here. Bam, 1 Reaper, MLG Dallas. He was doing a little proxy pylon scouting right there. Screen gets a massive medal for shooting down this assimilator, which probably wasn't all that useful. Its main purpose was shut down any gas play build that Pain User might have been wanting to do. And namely, what that would have been is Cloaked Banshees, and those suck. Doesn't really matter who you're playing, Cloaked Banshees are a pain if you don't have your builds down, or if you do something a little out of the ordinary, then it's just going to shut you down. Little Reaper has here 3 kills already. This is really good micro. See, you can't look at this game and say that Reapers are not worth building anymore, because that is like a little bit of advantage. I mean, 4 drone kills, or 4 probe kills, look at that, he'd be up at 26 right now. So now the Terran player has more workers and he has mules, so his income is going to be higher. There it is. It's bigger. I mean, he's got some on gas, but still, like, it's a big deal. So go ahead, throw out 1 Reaper. I mean, sure, they're not going to be viable once you switch to factory tech and No, I've never seen anybody get the nitro packs upgrade anymore. I mean, maybe I should reduce the time on that at least or something to make it more feasible, but as of right now, it's really not usable. So InControl is going to do a little bit of attack pressure while he expands, and this is important because, I mean, if you're attacking, for all Pain User knows, this is, okay, he scouted it, my bad. Maybe there's a hidden gateway over here and it's a 4 gate, you never know. But Pain User is going to be pushed back, he's not going to be able to expand right now because he has these armies out here. So any minerals, I mean, look at this, I would really be surprised if Pain User can use his army here and defeat this. If he would have had time to get his bunker down, yeah, for sure, he could hold his natural. But without a bunker there, he's not going to be able to take his natural. So it's totally limiting Pain User's harass. I'm not really sure how these all got so damaged, unless there was one crazy probe going down here. A little bit of pausing going on. Pain User keeping a scout on the third base. This is pretty important. I'm not sure if he's aware of this expansion. Yep, that's what he's for. Scouting the expansion timing, so he knows he expanded, so he's pretty safe. He's not too concerned with defending, so he's just doing normal building expansion, but in a second here he's going to retake his ramp, or retake his natural. Here it is, stim pack, so pretty sure he could do it, but it's a little tricky with these sentries. I mean, let's see how often InControl is looking down here. Hey, look at that, right? He's looking down there, totally waiting for a force field. Still waiting for a force field. Microing, waiting for a force field. I mean, that's what you have to do when you play to Protoss. I mean, if he catches it at the right time and Pain User's army gets cut right here in half, I mean, that's a lot of Marine kills. Bam, dead. I mean, he could even push it and win it right there. He hasn't resupplied in a while. He's actually, I don't know what he's using there. He's actually working in base, but going for a fast Colossus seems to be what Protoss does. They drop the Robo. That's what they do when they do a later game tech into the Colossus. They drop the Robo facility and then they immediately drop Robotic Spay and they just wait. I mean, no Immortals are built. Maybe they'll probably skip the Observer or not. Here's the Observer, bam. So yeah, and look at this, Pain User a little slow on the retreat. So now he's even a little bit later in his expansion. Not completely horrible because this command center was building SCVs and muling the whole time, but now his main base is really going to be mined out soon. I mean, look at those patches, 180. We got 2 patches at 180, and not even close to that ending control space. So this could be pretty huge. That mining out might really make a big difference by the time he makes his third. I mean, by the time he makes his third, he's only going to be on 2 mining bases, whereas InControl might be on 3 mining bases at that point. Getting off some straight. Oh man, that's too bad. Oh, interesting. Do a little stim after it. I don't know if he's going to get it. Yeah, he's going to have to re-stim definitely. See if he gets the kill. Oh, epic hero marine. Look at that little guy. He's dead, and his gun is huge, but it was totally worth it. So yeah, doing a little scouting, just picked off an Overlord, pretty much guaranteed. Units lost, Protoss is, wow, he is way behind, and I don't know what that's from. I mean, how could you lose? Man, that Reaper maybe, I don't think I missed anything, pretty sure. There wasn't really a big battle. That's a lot of units lost. Must have picked off some more units here than I thought. That's probably what happened for sure. Trying to get better at map awareness. One of my friends I play Dota with constantly makes fun of me. So I just focus in and I'm staring at last hitting, and it's definitely something I need to work on. So hopefully, please just leave me a comment and yell at me, tell me to look at my map, and or please call me a noob if you feel that's going to help this at all. So with this proxy pylon, he's going to see this time in expansion. I don't really agree with the orbital command not being morphed before the transition, but I'm going to let it slide because he's, you know, almost mined out. I mean, he has, see these SUVs moving back and forth, completely being wasted right now. So he's going to see this timing expansion timing, excuse me, and he's going to push out. He's got thermal landings, of course, and that's pretty rough. He didn't really, should have seen that coming with the Zelnaga tower, but that is rough. Colossus are so mean. Unless he has Vikings, he's going to have a lot of trouble dealing with this. And let's see if we have anything. 2 Vikings, not bad, not bad. Warp in, got some stalkers here. Look at this, what a greedy little pylon. I mean, you know he sees that. Here comes the stim and the attack. Zealots or something. No, he's gonna go for it. That stalker is not actually destroyed. It looks like it, but it's not. I found this out recently. Apparently it just resets the warp timing. Yeah, all of these are at ready to warp. So up at this point, InControl just has the gateways plus the gateways in the one robot facility, but Colossus and Force Fields are just so mean. The ability that you can micro against your opponent with Colossus and Force Fields is really what makes Protoss strong. A little army split up might get picked up. Nope. The Viking amount is what cuts the micro ability down. I mean, with these Vikings in here, they have what, 9 range probably? Yep, 9 range, equal range to the Colossus, and they just wreck Colossus. Every volley, you're doing what, 14 times 2, 28 damage. Get 4 of those, and you just have to do about 3 or 4 volleys, and you drop your Colossus. So definitely not some, oh, nice little drop going on in here. Man, this is not gonna make it, or is it? Totally made it. And gonna do a little bit more harass with this. This dropship is probably not gonna do a lot of usefulness, because InControl is gonna be more wary. Wow, how did I miss that? Dropped the Nexus? Holy crap. Wow, that is huge snipe right there. Look at that, 1 medevac worth of units. I mean, even if these units died right now, they would still be worth it. Oh, and one of them does. Not a big deal. Picked off a Stalker, picked off a freaking Nexus, and I mean the rest are dead, but who cares? More pro kills maybe. This one Marauder wasting his shots, and this is going to be where InControl goes all in. If he does not win this battle, this game is over for him, guaranteed. Vikings are a little extended. He has a pretty good arc against this Protoss ball, but there are a lot of bosses, but a lot of Vikings. I think he's going to be able to clean this up. This game is going to end, most likely. InControl is going to have nothing to warp in. He's up on 3 base. I mean, just land these Vikings. There they go. Fight off this Stalker ball. Vikings are actually pretty darn good on the ground. We got to take out this last Colossus, and then I think it's going to be game over. If you can hold it off, it's going to be really close right here. Yep, load up that bunker, get some repairs going. A little overextended on the Vikings. It would be huge if he picks this off right here. Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. Good. Nice little micro there on PainUser. And the last Stalker is going to drop. If we look at any production, all he has going for him right now is this 1 Colossus and the 4 Zealots. Let's see, units. Wow, he's got 5 Zealots on the map. Long distance mining. I mean, dropping Nexus there and trying to come back from that just would have been not worth it at all. I don't know why he has not GG'd yet, honestly. I mean, PainUser is at full production still. He's at full income. I mean, this is just ridiculous right here. Yep, there he goes. Perfect. Good gamed it. He had no chance of coming back from that. Once, I mean, he must have really caught him off guard. Let's see if we can toggle back to that. Let's see. Probably had no units, no warping. It's closer to the end. Oh, no, it was right there. Here we go, dropping units. Stimming those up. Let's see if we have anything close by. Can warp in. Now, Nexuses did get buffed recently, so that it was harder to do this. I mean, that was one thing that Terran had up on everybody in the game, was that they would just stim and they would do this to people. They would drop a little group, stim, and just snipe your production facility. I mean, those things take a long time to build. I mean, what's a Nexus? Like, oops, back, what I pressed, trying to build a Nexus. Build a Nexus 100 seconds for an 8-man army, like 4 Marauders or something, when your Nexuses only had 1,500 HP. I mean, they would drop it so fast, and all of a sudden you're behind hugely if you're just a little out of position, which, I mean, you can say, yeah, that's a new mistake, but it happens, you know, and in early, low levels of play especially, like, how lame is that if, I mean, you lose every game because of something like that. So that was huge pickup by PainUser. That is literally, that little drop right there is what won him this game. So really well played by PainUser versus InControl. So wow, there's so many Colossus. They all died. Alright, so thanks for watching. Once again, this is Purge, and I'm trying my hand at casting. Hopefully I'll have some Dota replays coming at you soon. And anything else, maybe I have some first-person VODs that I've been making, so you can see my mad skills. I just got into Masters League, which I'm pretty proud about. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.